What up, everybody? My name is Chatmaster, and welcome to the House of Chat YouTube channel, where we're going to be discussing on how to create a Discord server, and from the ground up. We're going to be creating a nice brand new server from scratch, everything like that. We're going to go over how the three main roles that you need and how to create that server invite link and keeping it from expiring. So first off, let's go ahead and get started. You're going to go right here to where it's the plus icon right here. It says add server, and we're going to go ahead and create my own. There are templates that you're more than welcome to utilize. I personally like creating them from scratch. So let's go ahead and create my own, and we're going to create it for a club or community. All right, so let's go ahead and create this THC test server. So this is going to be a nice little test server that we're going to be utilizing, and we're going to go ahead and create this all the way through. All right, first off, let's go ahead and create our roles. So we need three main roles. You need your admin, your moderator, and your members role. So we're going to go and do a server overview. We're going to go to roles, and we're going to create ourselves a role. So let's go ahead and name this first role admin, and we're going to give it a nice green color, and then mark it down to display separately from online players, and then allow them to also mention this role. So that means that this role is now pingable in the server. This one just basically will show separately will show separately based off of who is online, and will actually show the role itself. Next thing we're going to go to is our permissions. So for your admin role, all you really need to do, you don't need any of these extra permissions. All you really need is this administrator role. This basically gives it's a very dangerous permission to grant. As you can see, members with this permission will have every permission. It will also bypass all channel specific permissions or restrictions. For example, these members would get access to all private channels. So make sure whoever you have in this role you trust and they're not going to mess with any of your channels, mess with your server or anything like that, because as it says right here, this is a dangerous permission to grant. So make sure whoever has this admin role, you trust them. Next, we're going to just hit save, and then go back up to the plus icon, and we're going to create another role. This is going to be your moderator role, and these are going to be the people that are going to be managing your server without you here. All right, so I went ahead and made it a nice red color. I like my moderators in red, again separate from online, and then allow the role to be pingable. Next, we're going to go ahead and get them their permissions. So obviously we need to manage view channels. They don't need any of this type of stuff because that's going to be your admin's job to be able to keep track of your server. They're not going to be able to create an invite link because we're going to create one that's going to be that never expires. Change nickname, that's their nickname, and manage the server. All the members that are in the server's nicknames. So if anybody needs help with changing a nickname, your moderators will be able to assist them in that. They also need to be able to kick, ban, and time out in the server, as well as also send messages as regular text channels, as well as in all the threads. I personally don't like allowing them to create public private threads, but they will allow to be able to make public threads. Only reason why I don't allow them to make private threads is mainly because these private threads, you need an invite link in order to be able to get into those threads, and I personally don't like it when they have that access. All right, embed links, attach files, add reactions, add all these different permissions. Don't give them this because that's going to allow them to ping everyone and ping that your role, and we don't want them to be able to do that because we don't want people turning off their notifications for the server. Next, they need to manage the messages as well as threads, read message history and everything. You got to make sure you have that type of stuff. Voice channels, create polls, connect, speak, video, soundboard, external soundboard. If they're Discord Nitro members, that's going to allow them to be able to get any of that type of stuff, as well as voice activity, which basically, instead of using push to talk, which you assign a button on your keyboard or whatever, and that's push to talk. This is just gonna, very minute you start talking, it's gonna hear you. And then obviously our priority speakers. They also need to be able to mute, deafen, and move members in your server, just in case things go wrong or anything like that. If somebody, you're in a voice channel and they're being rude or they're not following the rules, you can go ahead and mute them, deafen, or even move them to another channel or whatever is needed. Next, you want to set up that voice channel status. Basically, it's whatever is going on in that voice channel. You can go ahead and set that status and let them know, oh hey, this is what this is at. All right. And then application commands, use activity, external apps. I personally like allowing them to do all that type of stuff because they're moderators and they need to have that access there. Create events and manage events, and do not give them the administrator role because your admin is going to be the ones holding that permission. All right, so we're going to go ahead and save our changes, and then we got one more role to go ahead and create, which is going to be our regular members role. For now, we're just gonna name it members because that's your basic role there, and then we're gonna give it a nice purple color separately from online, and mention that way it's also pingable. So permissions for your member role, it's not going to be very much. Obviously, we need to have the view channels. Don't need any of this. They can change their nicknames. Don't need any of that. Send messages in text channels, as well as threads. We'll allow them to create public threads, and that's only because your moderator role isn't going to be able to manage those threads as well, so that's totally fine. Embed links, attach files, allow them all that type of stuff. External emojis, that's going to be from other servers. If they're Discord Nitro users, they're more welcome to utilize those, especially if you're in my servers, as well as the external stickers. Again, make sure this is not given to them because you don't want them using that role frivolously and everything like that. Don't need to manage, don't need them all that. We'll allow them to have all this extra stuff. Don't need to create polls because that's your moderator's job. Video, soundboards, we'll allow them to use this type of stuff. Voice activity, and they're not going to be priority speakers. So basically, what basically priority speakers is, this allows members to be more easily heard in voice channels. When activated, the volume of others within this permission will be automatically lowered. Priority speaker is activated by using the push to talk priority keybind. So if you are a priority speaker and you're using push to talk, make sure you have that push to talk priority. That way, whenever you speak, it's going to lower anybody else's volume down while they're speaking, so that yours, that way you can be heard over everybody else. All right, but members, you're not going to have that, and then that should be pretty much it for your members role. Last but not least, we're going to go into our everyone role, and we don't want them to have any of these extra stuff here. We basically want to mirror your everyone role, do the same as your members role. So let's go ahead and go on through. So this is all good. I'm going to be going a little bit quicker on here. If you guys need to pause it, go ahead and pause the video, everything like that. And then if you guys have any questions, you're more than welcome to join my Discord server. The link will be in the description below. Alright, so we don't want them creating private threads as well. They'll create invites, and create expressions, no, and then view channels. We'll allow them to view channels. Alright, so we have now created our 3 roles. So let's go ahead and exit out. As you can see, I don't have a single role on my persons. Let's go ahead and add a role here. So when you add a role, I'm going to go ahead and add the members role. The color of my name changed, as well as you can see right up here, it says members now. Next, we're gonna go ahead and add a moderator. Color changes, and then that says moderator. And then last but not least, admin. Now it's gonna have the admin, and my color will change there as well. Now, last but not least of the video, we're gonna go ahead and create our server invite link that never expires. So there's two ways you can go ahead and create a server invite link. First way is you can go ahead and get the drop down and hit invite people, and then it'll give you an invite link. It'll automatically go to whatever channel you have currently highlighted or you have currently open. If you don't have that open, not a big deal. You can actually go to the specific channel you want and hit this put a little family in the plus thing, create invite, does the exact same thing. Next, it's gonna create you your invite link right there. And next, go ahead and hit that edit invite link, and then it'll bring up expire after a certain amount of days or a certain amount of time, or expire max number of uses. So that basically means that if, say, for instance, right now we have it at no limit. So if, say, someone you send out your invite link and you only want, say, 10 people to join your server, you go ahead and hit 10 uses, and then it'll expire after 7 days, or 10 people will join your server. I personally like to set it to especially the expire after never, and then will be unlimited amount of uses. The last thing you can do is you can actually grant temporary membership for these invite links. So by clicking on grant temporary membership, temporary members are automatically kicked when they disconnect unless a role has been assigned. This is really good for those servers that are locked servers. So, like, for instance, my server, when you guys join my server, all you're gonna see is two channels. The first channel is gonna be the front porch, which basically you get your welcome message, tell you where you need to go, all that type of stuff. Then you got to go to the rules channel. It's gonna have a message where you have to react to the message, and then the bot itself will give you the role. And then if you have this grant temporary membership, if you join the server and you disconnect, or like you close out the app or whatever, the server will automatically kick you because you don't have the role. Then you'd have to go and rejoin again, and then make sure you go into that reaction role and be able to get that role there. So we're gonna go ahead and generate a new link, and then what I like to do is I go ahead and hit copy, go to the channel I'm gonna go ahead and hold it on, and then I'm gonna go ahead and paste, and that way I can go back and pick it up later. Alright guys, other than that, that is the end of the video. I greatly appreciate you guys hanging around. We created our 3 roles, as well as created our server invite link. Stay tuned. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, like, and leave a comment if you guys are at all interested in anything else you guys want me to cover in regards to Discord. My server link will be in the description below. Make sure you guys go ahead and join it. That way you guys can chat with me anytime, day or night. I'm pretty much active on Discord more than probably anybody else in the entire world. But other than that, you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you guys next time. Out, everybody.